Hey guys, I'm Ted, here to give you another fast fact, and for this fast fact, we will discuss the Compromise of 1850, otherwise known as the Great Compromise. Now, the Compromise of 1850 came at a time when the Union was fraught with tensions. There was also increasing discord between the sections. Northerners alluded to what were quickly becoming known as a slave power conspiracy, or the slave conspiracy, to acquire territory to expand the practice of slavery. Now, the situation was only exacerbated when California, one of the newly acquired territories of the Mexican cession, applied for admission. Now, California had been particularly seasoned, I think is a good word, by former President Zachary Taylor, who had recently died and been succeeded by the former Vice President Millard Fillmore. Taylor had seasoned California into swinging into being a free state. He was working on making California and New Mexico free states. Even though Taylor himself was a Southern slave owner, he had become under increasing sway of the more vocal, well, not even vocal, but yet the more sly and the more persuasive elements of the Whig anti-slavery wing. So California is applying to be applying for admission to the Union as a free state with no equivalent slave state to balance off California. Southerners protested, but eventually conceded, allowing California to enter the Union after gaining an important provision, the passage of a new Fugitive Slave Act. Now, this Fugitive Slave Act made the national government an active participant in capturing slave property, runaway slaves, and returning them into slavery. It also criminalized aiding escaped slaves or interfering in the apprehension of an alleged runaway slave. Now, Northerners were outraged at this. Many now began to believe in this slave power conspiracy and thought that these pro-slavery elements, the slavocrats, were attempting to hijack the federal government. Now, the Great Compromise held other provisions, namely to settle the the question of Western territories. It allowed for the new principle of popular sovereignty to be applied only to the territories recently gained from Mexico. The previous settlement of the Missouri Compromise, which banned slavery above the 3630 line, will continue to be the operating principle for the remaining Louisiana Purchase country. And it also and now that were primarily seen as a victory for pro-slavery forces, and to balance that off, just as the Fugitive Slave Act had balanced off the admission of California to the Union, the Great Compromise also held a provision in which the federal government would agree to back off and not attempt to regulate in any way, shape, or form the domestic or internal slave trade that was rich and thriving in the southern states. And there you guys have it. That is a small little breakdown of very fast fact on the Compromise of 1850. I hope you guys found it enlightening, entertaining, and informative. I hope this really shed some light on the Compromise of 1850. As always, hit like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know what you thought about this fast fact. As always, I am Ted, and I'll see you guys next time for another fast fact.